Alright, what is going on everyone, and welcome to my channel, and welcome to my new Minecraft world. I want to thank you guys for taking the time to check out my video, check out my channel. So as you guys can see, we spawned in a pretty beautiful taiga biome in a valley. So we got a huge mountain over there, another big mountain range over here, and then another one right here. So I do want to set up my first base somewhere in this taiga biome because, you know, it's really cool spawn. So probably gonna clear out some trees here and gather some materials, and yeah, I'll be right back with you guys where I'll explain, you know, what kind of building we're gonna be doing in this world and start on our first building. So yeah. Alright guys, before we get building, I want to show you guys a bit of what I've been doing in the meantime. So I got this farm set up, we got some wheat seeds and some beetroot. I really don't know what beetroot does. I don't think anyone does, but you know, we got it. We got wheat seeds, and I think this is a carrot also. I got a carrot drop from a zombie, so we'll be growing those. We have some pigs around here in the distance over there, so we can start breeding those guys up and have a better food source than bread and beetroot. Alright, so I have this area cleared out right here. It's relatively flat, and I want to start by making some ruins. So I think ruins are fun to make, especially in the beginning, because you really only need like cobblestone and basic gray materials. So I went mining and got some cobblestone, some tuft, some stone. We'll be using gravel and some mossy cobble also. And deep slate also as our like little palette. I got some cobblestone or some mossy cobblestone from this spider spawner down here. So that was pretty lucky. It's really close to the surface too. It's literally just right here. But yeah, that's where we got the cobble from, the mossy cobble from. Sucks it's a spider spawner, but you know, spawner's better than nothing, so we can make that into a sort of XP farm and maybe like tie that in somehow to the rest of this build somehow. But yeah, so I want to start by making some ruins. I mean, we can go through like just a basic one really quick. Basically this part of the world, or this part of the, yeah, I guess the world, this area I want to be sort of just an abandoned city, really, and I want it to be occupied by, let's get some bricks too. I want it to be occupied by a military force, like a bunch of soldiers basically that have been, you know, traveling around the world, and they need basically like a place to set up shop. So it's gonna be some ruins with some tents around. So I don't have the wool on me, but I have some red dye, and there's some sheep over there also. So I'm gonna have to wrangle those guys up and end up getting some red wool, because that's the color that I want to use for these guys. Basically, I want them to be like the evil guys, like they're roaming around the world and pillaging the innocent lives of everyone else. So my thought process when making ruins, it's pretty simple, really. I don't know. You just make some walls and make them a little bit ruined. I think it's really fun because it's a pretty organic way to build. You know, you can just place pretty much anything wherever you want, and it always looks decent. So, you know, it doesn't have to look like super crazy. I think it's fun to incorporate like height variation too. Like you have these two small ones right here. Maybe on this one we can go up pretty high. This is going to be just like a little small guy. So one thing I like to do also, so we have this big wall right here. I kind of want to make this wall kind of built up, like it hasn't fully collapsed. So what I like to do is actually incorporate some of the window holes that you would see in a building. Oh, there he is. You're done, buddy. First ender pearl. Oh, big sad. Okay, anyway. So this is 1, 2, 3. You know what? We'll just pop some window holes in right here. So we have that one. And we can maybe have one right here. Nothing too crazy. We can obviously texture this out. Make it look. Use the stone brick so maybe this area is a little more sturdy, fortified than the other ones. We could throw some cobblestone in right here too. You know, just, I don't know, make it look messy. But yeah, that's basically the idea. So that's the basic gist of making ruins. You know, we can throw some texture in here a little bit. Throw some cobblestone. I didn't bring my stone cutter over here. We can actually go get it right now and bring some bone meal over. Oh no, dude. Yeah, I haven't slept at all this whole world. Damn, I suck at Minecraft. Nice. Phantom membranes too. Alright guys, we actually got another shot to get another Enderman. Okay, chill, chill, chill. We're good. Oh, he put the block down, dude. He's serious. Let's go. First ender pearl. Oh, we're dead. We're going to the end this episode, guys. So, alright, so before I got so really interrupted, I was just finishing up some of the details for this little ruin structure. I mean, pretty much all it is just some tall grass around the outside. Sort of blends it in a little bit, you know. But yeah, if you guys take a step back, you know, there's pretty good looking ruins. You know, I like the gradient that we have where we have the dark on bottom up to the light cobblestone. Yeah, I'm thinking it looks pretty good. So I'm going to build a few more of these, and after that, I'll bring you guys back so we can start working on the tents that I want to put. Yeah, guys, I will see you in a little bit. Alright guys, so we are back. We made some really good progress on the ruins. Really happy with how everything turned out. So I'll give you guys a little walkthrough. One thing I try to do with all these ruins is make them all somewhat different. Make them all have something unique about them. I think when doing ruins, it can get pretty monotonous and pretty boring really quickly. Because I mean, you have all this gray, and you know it's kind of hard to make things out. So I just try to do, each ruin have something different about it. You know, this one's really tall. This one, it's got a nice arch right here. And I think this is probably my favorite part of the whole build right here. Cool little arch, smaller building on this side, and then another somewhat smaller building on this side. This one's cool because it goes down to a basement. I kind of modeled this off of some ruins in Elden Ring, where you would have a little basement in one building and it would lead to like a treasure chest or a boss fight. So that's what I'm going to do right here. I think it's going to lead into just a basement with and this is going to connect to the spider spawner. So I think we're going to tackle that in the next episode among other things. But yeah, some of them, this one's got like the whole facade up still. This one's got a tree in it, and this one's really cool too. I'm also pretty proud of this one. This one's got like a sort of a basement. This is the front entrance, and you got stairs right here leading down to the basement. You got a broken set of stairs right here, and you'll see all these wool blocks around. I'll explain those later. We also got this ruined bridge, which I thought turned out pretty cool. You can just jump over, and now you're on this side of the river. And so these wool blocks right here, we're going to use those to mark out different sort of tents for the soldiers to use. This one's going to be like mainly like bigger tents with a bunch of sleeping bags in them. And the ones over here I want to use for mainly like storage, weapon storage and stuff. They're going to be not too sturdy, like not as built up as these ones. These ones are going to be a little more polished and furnished. And then I also want to do a cathedral here. I think that would really look pretty cool with this sort of ruined city. and I think it would just add another point of interest for the city. So I have a bunch of materials laid out. Oh yeah, I also want to talk about the path. My main goal with the path was to make it look like it was sort of muddy, and um, and the brick was just showing through, and there was a bunch of mud covering it. I don't think the path blocks and the coarse dirt sell that very well. So in this chest, I have a bunch of mud that I'm probably going to go around and replace all these blocks with mud and try to make it look a little better. I'm not really sure how it's going to work. I mean, it looks fine. I think it'll work fine with these two colors. So yeah, we'll definitely try that out, see how it looks. But for right now, I want to take you guys through building one of these sort of tents. So I think the first one we're going to do is be right here. It's nothing too crazy. So I'm going to have 4 blocks of wool right here. And then going to have some fences right here. And then we'll do another row right here, and then another one right here. And eventually, when a wandering trader comes, I want to incorporate some mangrove wood into this. I think that'll look really cool. So we use some mud brick walls right there, and we got a tent. And these ones I pretty much want to use like just for soldiers, like storage and stuff. Nothing too crazy. We just got a bunch of barrels. And yeah, that's pretty much it. We also have some banners that we can use to sort of spruce it up. Just sort of show that the fabric's sort of like hanging down. And I think I wanted to do something like this, where maybe this bit of fabric is all the way draped down to the ground. I think it just adds some extra interest. And yeah, we're just basically going to have a bunch of these all the way around the ruins. And I think it'll look pretty cool. So we can knock out one more. And I wanted to explain like sort of my, I guess, goals for this world. One thing I really love, I mean, I mentioned Elden Ring a little bit ago, and something I love about that game is just how much world building there is. And I really wanted to make a Minecraft world that sort of incorporates that into its design. So I want to do some similar things with my world in terms of lore and like storytelling. So that's why I started off with some ruins, just to like sort of establish that sort of concept. I want this world to sort of feel like it's been around for a while, and there's a lot of history to it. So that's my main goal with doing builds like this. This one's pretty tall. I mean, does it really work? I think it's fine. This one can hold some more storage, some more barrels, and then I also wanted to... Dude, these banners are so expensive. I don't really like using them. But another little Elden Ring reference is I've been playing the DLC a little bit, and I mean, basically these soldiers are modeled after Mesmer's soldiers. So if you guys have played that game, you guys know that they use spears. So I wanted to put a couple sort of spears in just around this around the world, sort of like these are their weapons. But I don't know if this really drives the point home. I might try to figure out a way that I don't know, to make it feel like it's more of a weapon, I guess. I don't really know how to carry this point home. But I mean, we can throw a couple more in, just see how it looks. But yeah, I wanted some spears around just so that, like, you know, they're ready. They got their weapons ready. And then just basically some more barrels right here. You know, nothing crazy. Throw another one right there. But yeah, I think these tents look pretty cool. And actually, dude, I think I like these. I like them like when they're grouped together. So we can throw a couple more in right here. I'm gonna have to sleep soon too. But yeah, I think these look pretty cool. They add a nice bit of color to it too. So yeah, I think I'm gonna add a couple more of these into the build, and yeah, I'll be back with you guys, and we'll throw a couple of these guys in, of the more furnished ones. So yeah, I'll be back with you guys in a little bit. Alright guys, so I finished up most of the tents, and I also added in a bunch of spears. I thought, since I didn't like them so much, just to put a bunch of them around, and honestly, I think it works. I think they look like spears. So the only problem I have with them is they blend in with the posts a lot. So I might switch them up and add some oak in there, just to make them look like a bit more weathered. But then that leaves me the problem with finding an oak tree in this forest. So I can go exploring for that or something. Yeah, I might do that in the future. But overall, I think it looks pretty good. I really like how the tents just add, like, you know, a pop of color into the otherwise very monochrome and drab ruins. One thing I also forgot to mention is the use of the glow lichen. You know, it has a really similar shade of green to the grass in this biome. So I ended up using that a lot instead of mossy cobble. So as you can see, I put it on a bunch of the stones that are on the ground, and I think it works really good. The mossy works, but it's a little too saturated, I guess, for this green right here. That looks kind of weird, but I'll stick with it. But yeah, that was something that was pretty cool that I discovered. But yeah, we can now start working on the tents over here. So I have a campfire right here, and I want to mark out camp center right here. I think that's a pretty good spot for it. So I want the main tent to be right here, and I have a design for that will do once we finish these smaller ones. But I also have to take that down. But we can get started on some of the smaller ones right here. So the design that I'm using, I think I saw somewhere on Reddit. Alright guys, so I was pretty close, but this is the main design right here. We have this basic shape and then a little spike right there. Something that's interesting that I saw, like, I think it was on an Instagram post or something, but it was how mainly evil, if you want something to look evil, just add a lot of spikes to it. So we have that going for us in the ruin section, but for the tents, you know, we add a spike right there, and then we'll have another spike on the other side. But basically, we will end up just adding, I think we'll go, I think 4 is probably a good number. And then we'll just basically build the same thing on the other side. Alright, so now we got our half slabs. We can throw them right here on the bottom. And then right here, we'll take some beds. Throw them on the ground right there. Cover them up, and they kind of look like sleeping bags. So, obviously, soldiers aren't going to have full out beds. So, put some sleeping bags, and yeah, it looks cool. Looks very cool. So yeah, guys, that's the basic tent. I'm gonna copy this a couple times around this build, around this side, and I'm also gonna build the big one in the middle right here. And I will bring you guys back, and that'll be the end of the episode. So yeah, I will see you guys in a little bit. All right, everyone, we are back, and I did some work on the path and also got some tents in, and I'm really liking how this path looks now. I think the path blocks, they don't really work with the whole palette that we have. I think it's too bright, and it doesn't really get the message across that it's supposed to be mud. So I use mud, and it works. I really like the way I don't know, this color works with the gray. I think it looks pretty cool. And yeah, it just makes it look, you know, like there's mud across the path. And yeah, so it's turning nighttime, and I want to show you guys this place at night. And I'm thinking it looks pretty cool. We got, you know, we still need to put some beds in, but we got most of these guys all built. And we also have the big tent right here. I think this looks really cool. We need some banners though, and some carpets just to make just to get some more detail in here. And I've severely underestimated how much wool I was gonna need, but we got some sheep over there, and we're farming them up, and we're gonna get this guy finished between episodes. But yeah, this is pretty much where like the soldiers stay for the night. You know, they have their spears, and then I built a bunch of these too. This is sort of like torches, like long torches. I kind of wanted to do how maybe they don't use regular fire, they use a different kind of fire, and that's why they have the redstone torches. And you know, the red matches with the red that they have for the tents, and then those tents over there. Yeah, I think they look really cool. Let me know if you guys have any ideas on how to make the spears look better. I got some oak trees right here. I'm gonna be knocking them down. I'm gonna see how they look between episodes with the oak fences instead of the spruce. So yeah, let's take a walk around the ruins first. And yeah, I'm really liking how this path looks. I think it looks really cool. So I'm gonna go ahead and finish it up. between episodes. But yeah, guys, this is what we ended up doing this whole episode. I'm thinking it looks really cool. I'm liking the interest that that the spears and the torches give. But yeah, let me know if you guys have any other better designs for spears, because this is all I could come up. Oh my god, dude, this is terrible. This is tragic. Okay, everyone take a good look. I'm gonna end the episode before we die. Take a good look. We're gonna be working on this underground, like I said, next episode, and we're also gonna be doing a church over there. So anyways, guys, I want to thank you for tuning into my first episode of this series. I appreciate you guys all for watching, and I will see you all in the next one. Peace.